Hello and welcome to Cboe Volatility 411 for Friday. My name is Dan Deming and I'm with KCAM Financial. Well, we're seeing some continued selling pressure. The negotiations with China are on the back burner as far as negotiations. The tariffs kicked in overnight. We're seeing the SPX down quite significantly now. Some selling pressure throughout the morning. We're seeing the SPX down about 1.5%. Taking out the lows from yesterday, so I think that's interesting to point out. Now, when you look at the VIX, though, volatility, we're still seeing the VIX cash hovering right around the 20 level. So elevated, but we saw a high of 23.38 yesterday when we saw the market on the low, so the VIX hasn't quite escalated to the level where it was yesterday when we saw the market at this level. Looking at the futures, backwardation now, folks, we're seeing the front 3 months really at a pretty steep backwardation. Front month right around the 1865 level, 1840 in the second month, and 18.25 on that third month. So backwardation in those front 3 month futures. Also, realized volatility picking up as well. And again, I think that's why you're seeing the VIX cash being elevated. We're seeing that short-dated realized volatility picking up now that we're seeing a better than 1% move on a daily basis in the SPX. VIX elevated as well, 105 right now. We did see a high 116 yesterday. So we're off the highs. We're not seeing quite the demand that we saw yesterday at the peak for VIX options, but still over 100, that's elevated. There's certainly demand out there. Looking at the active strikes, it's all pretty much in the front month right now. May futures and May options, you're looking at activity in the out-of-the-money options. May quarters, big action there. Also May puts as well. So we're seeing a little bit of on both sides of the market here as traders are adjusting for the price movement. Next week, we have some numbers. I think retail sales, industrial production, capacity utilization, China-U.S. negotiations, and expiration next week for the SPX. Now remember, VIX expiration is after SPX expiration. That's a following Wednesday.